The young German recruit was shocked to discover a Soviet boy digging for potatoes in a minefield. The recruit immediately raised his rifle, aiming at the boy, ready to shoot. The boy quickly threw away his shovel and raised his hands, showing he meant no harm. But just as the recruit was about to pull the trigger, a Soviet hunting dog suddenly leapt forward, shielding the boy with its body. Seeing the dog protect the boy and noticing the bond between the two dogs, the recruit realized they were friends. When the German lieutenant shouted at him, the recruit quickly replied, "Nothing's wrong," then gestured for the boy to run. The boy retraced his steps through the minefield, relying on the nose of his dog, Karuza, to avoid the mines, and successfully made it back. But unexpectedly, a Jewish man ambushed him with a gun. The man kicked away the boy's shovel and demanded all the potatoes. The greedy man even eyed Karuza, thinking the dog looked plump enough to eat. He threatened the boy, if he wanted to live, he must hand over both the dog and the potatoes. But the boy refused, determined to protect Karuza with his life. Just as the Jew was about to pull the trigger, a German officer's car appeared. Panicked, the Jew immediately surrendered, dropping his pistol, while the Soviet boy also raised his hands. Both were about to be executed when the Jew frantically pulled out his surrender token and waved a prepared white flag, begging to become a prisoner of the Germans. But as he approached, he suddenly stepped on a mine. In an instant, he was blown apart, lying lifeless on the ground. The German lieutenant raised his rifle to fire again, but Karuza quickly leapt, knocking his young master to the ground and taking the bullet instead. The German army dog bit the lieutenant's arm, preventing him from firing a second shot. The dog clamped down tight, refusing to let go, protecting both Karuza and the boy who had once saved it. Finally, the lieutenant had no choice but to retreat with his squad. The boy, realizing Karuza had taken a fatal shot for him, emptied out the sack of potatoes, made a simple stretcher, and dragged his wounded dog back to the village. He pulled with all his strength, blaming himself for not being able to move faster. But by the time they returned to the village, Karuza had already stopped breathing. 50 years later, during the reconstruction of Leningrad, a bulldozer approached the village to clear the land. But the driver stopped at a gravestone. Together with the villagers, he paid respects to Karuza, the brave hunting dog who had once saved the entire village.